predator, which Marvin impersonates quite well. They are attacked by 3 species of shark, and this is his shark impression coming up for you. Tiger sharks, bull sharks, and great white sharks. They're the 3 they have to avoid. Now, here, of course, it's just for fun, this impression. He tries to scare the other sea lions by doing this, but it doesn't work. They're never going to encounter predators here, so they can swim around as much as they like. But in the wild, the best way to survive if you're a sea lion like this is to get in the ocean, catch the fish you need, and get out again. Once they're out on the beach, they can relax, with no predators attacking them on dry land. Marvin, what would a sea lion do if it spotted a real shark? Leg it, yes, that's always the safest thing to do. A very good impression. Give yourself a clap, Marvin. Well done for that. Excellent. Now, they can get bored. If we leave the animals to just swim around all day and throw them fish now and again, they can get bored pretty quickly in a zoo or a park like this. So we keep our sea lions as active as possible. When they first join us here, they're trained to do a few basic things. Before Marvin was trained to wave or clap, we had to teach him to open his mouth when we touch him on the chin, so we can check his teeth, and so can our vet whenever he pays a visit. If they're not trained to open the mouth, checking the teeth can be quite difficult. You've got to prise their jaws apart, and that's normally when you get bitten, and they've got very sharp teeth, so we've trained him to open his mouth when we touch him on the chin, like that. Very simple, but it makes checking the teeth easy for us and the vet. Now, you can see long sharp teeth at the front of the mouth, 2 on the bottom jaw, 4 on the top jaw, and they are used basically for gripping and holding on to fish in the wild. If they lose those front teeth in their natural habitat, they can't survive. They sadly die from malnutrition because the fish wriggle out of the mouth. They don't chew their food, they swallow it all whole. And here, of course, the fish don't do any wriggling, so it doesn't really matter if they lose their front teeth too much. But in the wild, it's the end of the road for a sea lion like this if that happens. Now, they've got very good vision. If I throw these hoops into the pool, straight away Marvin will dive in after them and bring them back to me. Now, this took a while to train at first. Well, it took me about 6.5 hours to train. I just stood there waiting for 6.5 hours the first time we threw the hoops in the pool, until he finally brought one back to me for the first time. We spent a few hours messing around in the water with them, but when he brought a hoop back to me for the first time, he got a pat on the back, he got a piece of fish. That's known as positive reinforcement, and that's how we trained him to do that. Really simple. Well done. Now, when you guys are clapping, I'm usually rewarding the animals at the same time, and they quickly make that link. So after a few times out here on the stage, taking part in the show, you start to see the animals react when they hear clapping. So when you clap, it does help me to train him, believe it or not. Marvin here, he can be rewarded with fish. That's one form of positive reinforcement. Fish, squid, eel, octopus, cuttlefish, whatever food I reward him with tends to work quite well as a reward, especially in winter. But he'll soon start spitting fish out. In July and August, the breeding season, the males stay on the beach to mate in the wild, and they'll stay there for up to 8 weeks without eating a single fish. It's normal for them to lose the appetite at that time of the year. And when I throw him a fish in July or August, he often refuses to eat it, but he still wants attention. And they are very similar to dogs in the way they react to a pat on the back, to vocal praise. So just saying, well done, good boy, giving them that attention works well as a form of reward. Now, he's got to catch the hoops. This takes a lot of skill. He's got to stretch out his long neck to make the catch like that. Well done. He can do this very well, but at first he often missed the hoops. At first they'd bounce off his nose, they'd end up in the pool on the floor. He'd try catching them in his mouth, but he's had a lot of practice at this now, and practice makes perfect. Well, five over the head. Now, just like us humans, sea lions have binocular eyesight. That means they've got 2 eyes facing forward, and that allows them to catch because they can judge distance and speed. They have a layer of cells protecting the eye, which act a bit like wearing goggles, giving them perfect vision underwater as well as out of the water too. They can also see things above the surface from below. If we're ever underwater and we look up, we tend to see a distorted reflection of ourselves looking back. But sea lions can see past what we call refraction, the way the light moves through water, so they can see things above the surface from below because of the shape of their eyes. His reactions are very good, his reflexes are very fast, and they have to be when we flip the hoops, like that. Oh dear, never mind, Marvin. Quick, before anybody spots. Well done. Very well done. It ended up over his head anyway. That's the main thing. Now, when we flip the hoops, he's got to watch carefully. He's got to adjust his head at the last second to make the catch. We gradually made the tasks more and more difficult for Marvin and the others here, just testing their skills all the time. And it kept him occupied for ages learning to catch like this. If he gets this one, he's done very well. Well done, Marvin. Hey! 4 thoughts. other one was my fault, of course. Now, they are rewarded for doing well. Positive reinforcement, the key to the training we do here. If they make a mistake, which doesn't happen very often, we don't punish them. That's often how people think we train the animals, but that technique, known as negative reinforcement, punishing a mistake, doesn't work. If you punish the animal, the next time you go near them, they'll either run away, swim away, or bite you, because they won't trust anyone that punishes them. So trust, very important. When the animals first joined us here, he arrived here when he was just 18 months old. I'd spend lots of time with him, feed him lots and lots of fish, and basically treat him okay to gain his trust. But he is quite friendly, this one, aren't you? He likes lots of attention. I even get the odd kiss on the cheek when he's in a good mood. But some are more aggressive than others, like dogs in the park. They're not all that friendly. They all have teeth. They can all use those teeth whenever they want to. So you always have to bear that in mind when you work closely with them, like we do here. That's a good catch, Marvin. Good balancing there. Concentrate. Well done. Now, to catch the ball, it's just like catching the hoops. He's got to watch the movement of the ball, judge how fast it's moving, where it's moving to catch it. But once the ball's on his nose, he could do this with his eyes shut. He's using his whiskers here. They've got long, bristly whiskers around the nose, about 30 on either side of the face. Each one of them has a strong nerve at the base, and that makes them really sensitive. So he's using them to feel which way the ball's moving. When we first tried this with him, the ball just kept falling off his nose every time. No sea lion can do this straight away. We've got to convince them they can do it, and it can take ages. It can keep them occupied for years. But this one here picked it up pretty quickly. After a few months of practice, he was pretty good at this. He's had years of practice at this now. He's now 17 years of age, so he's been practicing this for over 15 years now, and he makes it look easy. He can keep his head relatively still, the ball hardly moves, and that's the sign of an expert. But he's using his whiskers, not his vision, to keep the ball there. And that was a very good balance, Marvin, I have to say. Well done to you. Excellent. You want a herring now, don't you? Yes, herring, these big fish, something he likes quite a lot, and they swim by moving the tail from side to side like that. These ones don't, but they're used to. And when they swim like that, that creates tiny waves in the water behind the fish. Now those whiskers in the wild can detect these waves in the water. They can detect these tiny vibrations left by a fish's tail when it swims, and they can do that even in a strong current, even with other animals swimming around them. And if they follow them in the right direction, it leads to the fish. So they can hunt when they can't see. They're one of the rare mammals that can survive on occasions if they go blind. They can't survive in the wild without their front teeth, but they can survive if their eyesight fails them. Now we've made it a bit harder by swapping the ball for the 10-pin bowling skittle. Very, very difficult to balance that object because of its shape. The weight of the object is pretty irrelevant. It's the fact that it's only touching a few tiny whiskers around his nose that makes this more difficult to balance than a basketball. One wrong move, he will drop it. None of the other sea lions here have learned to do this apart from him, and they certainly haven't learned to walk around without dropping it, but Marvin has. He showed a particular talent for this when he was young, and we practiced this all the time with him every day, for years and years, and he's got better and better at it. But at any point he can drop the skittle. It's not a trick. People always say to me it's a circus trick, that. It's a magic trick, that. It's neither. It's a talent, it's a skill. There's no trickery involved. Whoops, did you drop it? That's not like you. He spotted a fish, didn't you? I thought you hadn't seen it. You couldn't resist the fish, could you? You had to drop the skittle and try again to eat that fish that was on the floor. Try it one more time, concentrate. Now, those little whiskers around the nose have got to sense the slightest movement of that skittle to stop it from falling. As you've seen, he can drop it from time to time, especially when he spots a fish on the stage. But he can follow me around, he can get up and down steps without dropping it on occasions. And when he's really concentrating, he's the only sea lion at Flamingo land that's ever learned to do this. He's actually learned to dive in the pool without dropping it. Whoa, which is amazing. Great skill. A lovely use of those whiskers. Go on, do that one more time, Marvin. That jump into the pool, that's the hardest bit to do without dropping the skittle. And a very good demonstration of how they can use those sensitive whiskers here. A brilliant bit of balancing. Well done, mate. Give yourself a clap for that. That was brilliant. Very good. Thank you. Now, they breathe through the mouth and nose like us. And the longest they can hold their breath for is about 15 minutes. It's rare they do that here because they don't have to. But in the wild, when diving deep to catch fish, it becomes necessary, and they can learn to condition their lungs to stay underwater for up to a quarter of an hour, which is quite impressive. Now they can suffer from infections in the nose and throat, so from time to time we take a mucus sample from Marvin, the other sea lions here, which we send to the lab to be checked. And I am talking about the snot sample, kids, yes. Now, he's trained to do this. He's trained to provide us with a mucus sample. When I touch him on the nose, he does... That's rubbish. Blow. He does that, yes. So we can take a mucus sample from him, which we can send to the lab to be analysed. If there are any nasty bugs in there, you can treat them with the right medication. That is quite disgusting, Marvin. You blowing your nose. Don't stick your tongue out at me either. Saw that, behave, yes. This one here. Like the other animals here at Flamingo Land, he's a California sea lion. He's not a seal. You hate being called a seal, don't you? Yeah. They are different. There's one way you can easily tell them apart, by looking for their ears. Now you've got to be pretty close to the animal, but if you look closely on the side of a sea lion's head, they have tiny ear flaps that stick out. Now Marvin hates me touching his ears, but I will. There they are. Look, there are his ears, and they stick out. One there, one there. A seal's ear is just a little hole on the side of the head. No seals have external ear flaps. That's one way to identify them. They also swim differently. Sea lions using the front flippers for power in the water. They're very big, very strong. Seals use the back flippers to swim. And their front flippers are tiny compared to a sea lion. A seal's front flipper only grows about as big as my hand. So you can see there's a massive size difference. And they also move differently on land. Sea lions can use the front flippers as well as the back flippers to walk about. Watch Marvin walking on the flippers. The back flippers tuck under the body, lifting his body off the ground. Occasionally, if he's feeling lazy, he just drags the back flippers behind him. But when they need to move quickly, they can, by lifting the body off the ground. Now a seal moves like this. Do your seal impression, Marvin. They kind of wriggle about on their belly like that. It's a good impression from him. He's not a seal, as we said, but he does do a great impression of how they move. Very good, Marvin. Give yourself another round of applause for that wonderful impression of a seal. Thank you. And it is, by the way, only sea lions that can clap. A seal can't clap because their front flippers are too small to meet in the middle. Only a sea lion can do that. Right, Marvin, a final challenge for you. This is a test of his nerve. We're going to see if he's brave enough to dive from the top of the tower. Come on down, Marvin. It took me ages to persuade him to do this. He was very nervous at first about climbing this tower when we built it. Our little sea lion Miguel, who's having a break in the corner pool at the moment, he loved the tower. When we first built it, he just ran to the top and dived in. It took me about 3 years to get Marvin to do that, but I'm hoping he's feeling brave enough today to dive in from right up there. Let's see if he is. Let's give him a countdown from 3 to 1 and a big cheer if he dives in. Don't bottle it now, Marvin. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, jump! I'm so proud of you for doing that. I am very proud of you, Marvin, because you were nervous about that at first, weren't you? Not anymore, though. Now he's going to join his mate Merlin in the other pool now, and we're going to bring out Clive, who's the biggest sea lion here, the alpha male in the group, by far the oldest and largest sea lion we've got here, and he's going to come out and do the big finale. Marvin will be back in a minute with Merlin at the end of the show. Give him a clap as he disappears for a moment. Well done, Marvin. Great performance from him, as per usual. Loves showing off. Now, Clive is a lot older. He's 23. He was born in Chessington in Surrey. He's been here since he was 18 years old. The other 3 sea lions here all joined us when they were tiny pups, between the ages of 1 and 2 when they arrived here. But this fella was a big guy when he arrived. He's still a big guy. He's actually losing a bit of weight now as summer approaches, and he's beginning to lose his appetite slowly. But he can eat up to a ton of fish a month on his own, this one. His appetite in winter is incredible. And his weight fluctuates throughout the year. He gains weight every winter by gorging on fish, loses a bit of weight over summer, but not much. Now he currently weighs about 40 stone, around the 250 kilo mark, and that makes this really impressive if he can do it. He's going to try and touch the pink ball suspended above the pool with his nose. That's the only thing he's good at. So he's never learned to balance a ball on his nose, can't do it, can't catch a hoop. Before Clive and he ducks out of the way. You're rubbish at that, aren't you? Yes, but he's good at this. And he will be very pleased with himself if he can get that pink ball with his nose. If he gets a whisker to it, you've all got to give him a big cheer. And then after the show, we're going to give Miguel a ball with his favourite fish in to play with. He's got to roll that around to get the food out. He's currently having a break in the corner pool. They all get a chance to do that throughout the course of the day. Clive will be pleased to hear it's his turn for a break next. But you might see him in action the next time you come. Merlin and Marvin will be out to join this fella, and I'll be feeding them in there. So come inside if you want to after the show and watch them all racing about, try to grab some fish before Clive eats it all. If you want to buy a book or a poster featuring him or Marvin, you can get one of Marvin sticking his tongue out or a book with the sea lions in. The proceeds all go back to the sea lions here if you buy anything here at the show. It all contributes mainly to him and his never-ending fish bills. But it's down to you now, Clive, to try that ball jump for us. I think you can do it, mate, if you try hard. Thank you. Let's see if you can. I will say one more thing. That is quite a big jump that he's about to attempt. He's quite a big sea lion. He's going to land in quite a big pool. Are you alright at the front, kids? Yeah? You got all that? Right, as long as you've got that. Yes, it can just get a bit wet over there is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, let's give him a countdown. A big cheer if he hits it. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go for it, Clive! First
Get ready, Julie. That
takes some effort to do that, and he will expect another big round of applause, I'm sure. Well done, great way to end the show. Now, thank you all very much for coming today. I hope you enjoyed meeting the sea lions. I hope you all have a wonderful day at Flamingo Land. From Clive, Marvin and me, bye-bye for now. Thank you very much indeed. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.